So, well, today we will discuss last topic of Laplace transforms, and today we will discuss Laplace transform of some other useful functions like unit step function and unit impulse function. We will also discuss second shifting theorem and its proof. So, in engineering we come across such functions of which the inverse transform cannot be determined, cannot be determined, cannot be determined from the formula so far derived. In order to cover such cases, we introduce the unit step function or Heaviside unit function named after the British electrical engineer Oliver Heaviside. So, the definition of unit step function is a unit step function ut minus a, here x axis, here t axis, here ut minus a axis and this origin. Okay. So, the unit step function uti minus a is defined as this function is equal to 0 when t is less than a. So, when t in between 0 to a, then it becomes 0. The value of this function is 0, and for t greater than equal to a, so t greater than equal to a, we have this function. We have this function 1. Okay, this one is 1. Clear? So, uti minus a is equal to 0 for t less than a and 1 for t greater than equal to a, where a is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. In particular, when a is equal to 0, then we get ut is equal to 0 for t less than 0 and 1 for t greater than equal to 0. So, when a is equal to 0, we obtain this type of expression. Okay. And the product f t u t minus a, the product of these two functions f t u t minus a is equal to, अब देखिए एफ टी के साथ आप इसको मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो यहाँ 0 है, यहाँ एफ टी आ जाएगा. ओके, 0 एंड एफ टी फॉर टी लेस देन ए एंड टी greater than equal to a, result is f t. And this means that this function represents the graph of f t shifted through a distance a to the right. Okay. So, this function represents the graph of f t shifted through a distance a to the right. So, this all about unit step function. Okay. So, always remember unit step function ut minus a is defined by this expression ut minus a is equal to 0 when t is less than a and 1 when t is greater than equal to a. Okay. Now, let us calculate the Laplace transforms of this function unit step function. We know by definition ut minus a is equal to 0 when t less than a and 1 when t greater than equal to a, taking Laplace transforms on both sides. So, we get L ut minus a is equal to, by definition, 0 to infinity e raised power minus st f t dt. F t is ut minus a dt. Clear? Ut minus a dt. Now, solve this result. Okay. Substitute the expression of this ut minus a. So, 0 to infinity means up to 0 to a we get 0 and a to infinity we get 1. Okay. The value of ut minus a is 0 when in between t in between 0 to a, and this result is 1 when t in between a to infinity. Okay. So, after evaluating this integral, we obtain 0 plus e raised power minus st divided by minus s and limits a to infinity. Now, substitute these limits, we obtain 1 over s e raised power minus a s. So, that one is the value of this expression, Laplace transforms of this unit step function. In particular, if a is equal to 0, then what happened? A is equal to 0, L u t. So, L u t is equal to, a is equal to 0, you will get 1. So, 1 over s. So, L u t is equal to 1 over s, right. So, let us solve this important theorem, prove this important theorem, second shifting theorem. Okay. Second shifting property. So, statement of this second shifting property is, if L f t is equal to f bar s, okay, L Laplace transforms of this function f t is equal to f bar s, then Laplace transforms of f t minus a u t minus a, This ut minus a is unit step function. Okay, so LFT minus a ut minus a is equal to e raised to power minus as f bar s. Okay, e raised to power minus as f bar s. ये आपको प्रूव करना है. Okay, so let us start from this left side. So LFT minus a ut minus a is equal to, by definition of Laplace transforms, we get 0 to infinity e raised to power minus st and function is as it is dt. Okay, ft minus a ut minus a dt. अब इसके आगे देखिए क्या होता है, इसकी वैल्यूज को सब्स्टिट्यूट करिए. ओके, सो वैल्यू ऑफ दिस फंक्शन इज 1 when t less than a and 1 0 when t less than a and 1 when t greater than equal to a. So this result is 0 when 0 to a, limit integration from 0 to a, we get the value of this function is 0, and a to infinity the value of this function is 1. Okay, so this it becomes 0 and this result becomes integral 0 to infinity. Okay, this a to infinity e raised to power minus su plus a f u du. Okay, so it becomes basically put this t minus a is equal to u. Okay, t minus a is equal to u. So when we substitute t minus a is equal to u, then it becomes this 0 to infinity, not a to infinity. When we substitute t minus a is equal to u, clear? So when t is equal to a, u becomes 0. So it becomes 0 to infinity. Now solve this component. Okay, so e raised to power minus sa this, and 0 to infinity e raised to power minus su f u du, and this result is nothing but f bar s e raised to power minus as f bar s. This completes the proof. Okay, so in this way you can prove this second shifting theorem. तो बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स ऐसी आएंगी जहां पर आप ये जो फार्मूला है ये आप अप्लाई करोगे. ठीक है. नाउ इंपॉर्टेंट रिजल्ट्स ऑफ दिस shifting theorem is when we say that LFT minus a ut minus a is equal to this expression, then L inverse, this L here, L inverse e raised to power minus as f bar s is equal to ft minus a ut minus a. So ft minus a ut minus a. So inverse Laplace transform of this function is nothing but ft minus a ut minus a. तो जब भी आप इनवर्स लैप्लेस ट्रांसफॉर्म्स इस टाइप के एक्सप्रेशन का निकालोगे तो आपने ये रिजल्ट यूज करना है. ओके, एंड व्हेन a is equal to 0 then when a is equal to 0 then LFT ut is equal to f bar s, and f bar s means LFT. L bar s means f, this LFT. तो आपका ये इस टाइप से रिजल्ट बनेगा. सो दिस when a is equal to 0 we get f bar s. So this one is f bar s, and we know f bar s is nothing but Laplace transforms of ft. Okay, so remember this result. That one is the particular case when a is equal to 0, right? Now let us find few problems of Laplace transforms. Find Laplace transforms of this result, this function t minus 1 square ut minus 1 sin t u t minus pi, and third e raised to power minus 3t u t minus 2. Okay, so find the Laplace transforms of these three problems using this shifting theorem, or using the concept of this unit step function. So here we see u this, and u this. Clear? So given function is t minus 1 square ut minus 1. So step number 1 is comparing given expression with this standard expression. So when you compare this expression with this standard expression, you will get a is equal to 1, right? And what is ft? Ft minus a is t minus 1 square. So when we put a 0, so we get ft is t square. So ft is t square. So a is equal to 1 and ft is t square. So when ft is equal to t square, then what is f bar s? F bar s is equal to LFT, and you know the Laplace transforms of this t square is 2 divided by s cube, using this formula. Lt power n is equal to n factorial over Sn plus 1, where n varies from 0, 1 to 3 and so on. Okay. So f bar s is equal to 2 over s cube. Now Laplace transforms of the given function by using the second shifting theorem this. Okay. अब आपने ये use करनी है. So Laplace transform of this function L t minus 1 square u t minus 1 is equal to e raised to power minus s f bar s. A is 1. So S A means e raised to power minus s f bar s, and you know this f bar s is 2 over s cube. So 2 over s cube e raised to power minus s. This one is the answer of this problem. Okay, Laplace transform of this result is this. तो इस तरह से आपको इसके 3 स्टेप्स फॉलो करने हैं अगर Laplace ट्रांसफॉर्म इस टाइप के फंक्शन की पूछी जाए तो. ठीक है, पहला ये है कि आपने कंपेयर करना है स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट के साथ और a और ft की वैल्यू को निकालना है. अगर ft पता है तो Laplace ट्रांसफॉर्म्स इसका निकाल सकते हो. सो LFT इज 2 ओवर s क्यूब और ये रिजल्ट this result is equal to e raised to power minus s. Reason is this result is equal to e raised to power minus as f bar s. Okay, in this problem a is 1, so e raised to power minus s and f bar s, and from this substitute the value of f bar s, you will get the result. Okay, अब देखिए सेकंड प्रॉब्लम को इसी प्रोसेस से इवेल्युएट करके देखते हैं. Now see, given function is sin t into ut minus pi, expressing sin t as a function of t minus pi. ओके, इस तरह से हम इसको रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं क्योंकि हमने वो जो सेकंड शिफ्टिंग थ्योरम है वो आपने अप्लाई करनी है. ओके, सो इसको कैसे लिखोगे आप? sin t कैन बी रिटन एज sin t minus pi plus pi, and that can be written as minus sin t minus pi. Clear? So compare the given expression with this standard expression. Okay, so comparing this result with this standard expression, we get what is a? A is pi. So a is pi, and what is ft? Ft is minus sin t. Minus sin t, because when this term a is 0, okay, then ft becomes simply minus sin and t. Okay, so ft is minus sin t, and we know L sin at is a over s square plus a square. Okay, so when we take Laplace transform of this ft, we get f bar s is equal to L ft, which is equal to minus 1 over s square plus 1. Okay, here because this ft is minus sin t, okay, so we get minus 1 over s square plus 1. So use this standard expression of Laplace transform of this elementary function sin at, which is equal to a divided by s square plus a square. So f bar s is equal to this. अब third step क्या है? Laplace transforms of the given function by using the second shifting theorem. Second shifting theorem means this result. Okay, so L sin t ut minus pi is equal to L minus sin t minus pi ut minus 1. So this can be written like this way. Okay, and this result using this second shifting theorem, we get e raised to power minus pi s fs. Okay, and the value of fs is the value of f bar s is 1 over minus 1 over s square plus 1. So minus e raised to power minus pi s as it is s square plus 1. This one is the Laplace transform of the second expression, second function. Okay, now calculate third part. Okay, so in third part what happened, we have given function is e raised to power minus 3t u t minus 2. Okay, express e raised to power minus 3t as a function of t minus a. तो देखो इसको लिखना कैसे है? e raised to power minus 3t can be written as e raised to power minus 3 t minus 2 plus 2. 2 कैंसिल होकर के यही रिजल्ट आएगा. ओके, नाउ दिस कैन बी रिटन एज e raised to power minus 6 e raised to power minus 3 t minus 2. So ultimately we get the function of t minus a. So e raised to power minus 3 t u t minus 2 can be written as e raised to power minus 6 e raised to power minus 3 t minus u t minus 2 into u t minus 2. So this can be written like this way. Okay, so first express this result as a function of t minus a, means here t minus 2. Okay, now comparing the given expression with this standard form. Okay, what is a? A is 2. Obviously a is 2. Clear? And what is ft? Ft is equal to e raised to power minus 3t. So ft is equal to e raised to power minus 3t. And we know the Laplace transforms of e raised to power minus 3t is 1 divided by s plus 3. Okay, so f bar s is equal to L ft is equal to 1 over s plus 3. अब f bar s आ गया. Okay, now third step is using the second shifting theorem. Okay, Laplace transforms of the given function by using the second shifting theorem. Second shifting theorem means this. Use this expression. Now L e raised to power minus 3t u t minus 2. This expression by using this one, okay, can be written like this: e raised to power minus 6 L e raised to power minus 3t minus 2. Okay, 3 t minus 2, ये ब्रैकेट इधर लगेगी, ओके, ut minus 2, clear. Now e raised to power minus 3 minus 6 as it is, right? So it becomes e raised to power minus 2s f bar s, and f bar s we know 1 over this s plus 3, 1 over s plus 3. तो ये आपका इस टाइप से रिजल्ट बनेगा, इसको देख लीजिएगा, ठीक है, किस तरह से आपको ये लैप्लेस ट्रांसफॉर्म्स निकालने हैं, ठीक है. तो पहले आपको इसको इस फॉर्म में लेके आना है और फिर स्टैंडर्ड एक्सप्रेशन के साथ कंपेयर करना है, ए और एफ टी की वैल्यू निकालनी है, एफ टी निकल आएगा तो एफ बार एस निकालना है, एंड देन यूजिंग सेकंड शिफ्टिंग थ्योरम you will get the result. Now find the inverse Laplace transforms of this. First expression e raised to power minus 2s divided by s minus 3. Second, s e raised to power minus as divided by s square minus w square, a greater than 0. And third one is s e raised to power minus s by 2 plus pi e raised to power minus 8 divided by s square plus pi square. And remember this result of second shifting theorem. Okay. Now given function is this e raised to power minus 2s s minus 3. So in this problem, what is f bar s? F bar s is 1 over s minus 3. And when we know f bar s, then you can calculate ft. Ft is e raised to power 3t. Okay? Ft is e raised to power 3t. So when ft is equal to e raised to power 3t, then f bar s is 1 over s minus 3. Vice versa, you can verify. Okay? Now calculate this L inverse Laplace transforms. L inverse e raised to power minus 2s divided by s minus 3. अब देखिए L इनवर्स e raised to power minus 2s s minus 3, इसमें आपने L इनवर्स और ये आपका रिजल्ट बनेगा ये, because 1 over s minus 3 is f bar s, so e raised to power minus 2s f bar s, and use this second shifting theorem, you will get f t minus 2 u t minus 2. Okay, ये आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा कि कैसे. A is 2, okay, f t minus 2 and u t minus 2. A is 2, clear. So just evaluate this one. So f t minus u means e raised to power 3 t minus 2 and u t minus 2, clear. So we get f t is this, f t is this, when t is t minus 2, then it becomes 3 t minus 2. Okay. So this one is the inverse Laplace transform of the given expression. Similarly, second case is this. So f bar s is equal to s divided by s square minus w square, then f t is cos hyperbolic w, clear. Then calculate inverse Laplace transforms of this function. So L inverse, this result can be written as L inverse e raised to power minus as f bar s, and using shifting theorem f t minus a u t minus a, and that one is f t is this, so cos hyperbolic w t minus a u t minus a. This one is the inverse Laplace transforms. Similarly, third one is s e raised to power minus s by 2 plus pi e raised to power minus 8 divided by s square plus pi square. So since L inverse s over s square plus pi square is cos pi t, and L inverse pi over s square plus pi square is sin pi t. You know this inverse Laplace transform of these two standard functions. Okay. Now calculate. Therefore, inverse Laplace transform of this function L inverse this is equal to L inverse divided by 2 parts. So use linear property. Okay. So L inverse this plus L inverse this, clear. And this one is e raised to power minus s by 2, here e raised to power minus 8. Okay. So use shifting property. So cos pi t minus 1 by 2 u t minus 1 by 2 and sin pi t minus 1 and u t minus 1. Use shifting property here. Okay. Just simplify. Okay. So we get finally this one, sin pi t u t minus 1 by 2 minus u t minus 1. So in this way you can calculate a few more प्रॉब्लम्स फॉर प्रैक्टिस. ओके, उसके बाद आप थोड़ा एक्सेल करोगे इसमें, ठीक है. नाउ वन मोर क्वेश्चन. फाइंड इनवर्स लैप्लेस ट्रांसफॉर्म्स ऑफ e raised to power minus cs divided by s square s plus a c greater than 0, and always remember this shifting expression, shifting property. Okay, second shifting property. Now in this problem, expression is e raised to power minus cs divided by s square s plus a c greater than 0. This expression is given, and purpose is to evaluate the inverse Laplace transforms of this function. So L inverse this is equal to L inverse e raised to power minus cs here and 1 over s square s plus a, इसको partial fraction use करिएगा. So a over s plus b over s square plus 1 over a square 1 over s plus a, इसको आप calculate करके देखिएगा. a और b की value को calculate करिएगा. a is this Okay, b is this and third term as it is. अब इसको आप अलग अलग देखिएगा कि कैसे इसको सॉल्व करना है. माइनस 1 ओवर ए स्क्वायर 1 u t माइनस सी प्लस 1 ओवर ए क्लियर 1 ओवर ए क्लियर t माइनस सी u t माइनस सी क्लियर. Similarly 1 over a square 1 over a square clear e power minus a t minus c u t minus c. Just simplify. Okay, here we apply this method this inverse Laplace transform, this Laplace transforms. Okay, and this L inverse 1 over s minus a is e raised power t. So after simplification you will get this result. Okay, we get 1 over a square a t minus c minus 1 plus e raised power minus a t minus c u t minus c. ठीक है, तो इस टाइप की प्रॉब्लम्स को आप बारीकी से इवेलुएट करके देखिएगा. ठीक है. So next last concept is what is unit impulse function or Dirac delta function. So in mechanics we come across problems where a very large force acts for a very small time. Okay, in mechanics we come across problems where a very large force acts for a very small time. In the study of bending of beams we have point loads which is equivalent to large pressure acting over a very small area. To deal such type of problems, to deal with such type of problems, we introduce the unit impulse function. Okay, and discovered by English physicist Paul Dirac, who was awarded Nobel Prize in 1933 for his work in quantum mechanics. So unit impulse function is considered as the limiting form of this function. Okay, unit impulse function is considered as the limiting form of this function. Delta t minus a, delta epsilon at suffix t minus a is equal to 1 over epsilon for a less than equal to t less than equal to a plus epsilon, otherwise 0. Otherwise for other values 0. Means when t less than a we get 0. When t greater than a we get 0. But when t in between a and a plus epsilon we get 1 over epsilon. And geometrically this means this t axis, this 1 over epsilon axis. Okay, so this a plus epsilon. So when t in between a and a plus epsilon we get this value. Okay, delta epsilon t minus a. That one is a function. Okay, so unit impulse function is considered as the limiting form of this function. Limiting form of this function. Not this one is not an unit impulse function, but that one is the limiting form of this function. Okay, so it is clear from the figure that as epsilon approaches towards 0 means this epsilon approaches towards 0, तो ये देखिए और compact हो जाएगी और ये और height ले लेगी. ठीक है. So the length of the strip increases indefinitely and the width decreases in such a way that its area is always unity. Area always unity. कैसे? Integrating this function, integral 0 to infinity delta epsilon t minus a dt is equal to a plus epsilon 1 over epsilon dt is equal to 1 over epsilon a plus epsilon minus a, and we get 1. Okay. Now if delta epsilon t minus a represent a force, if this represent a force acting for a short duration epsilon at time t is equal to a, then the integral limit epsilon tend to 0 integral a to a plus epsilon this delta epsilon t minus a dt is equal to 1 represents unit impulse at t is equal to a. Hence the limiting form of this as epsilon tend to 0 is expressed as unit impulse function denoted by delta t minus a. Denoted by delta t minus a. So let us define what is delta t minus a. So the unit impulse function delta t minus a is defined as follow. So the value of this function is infinity when t is equal to a, and when t is not equal to a the value is 0. Okay, such that this integral 0 to infinity delta t minus a dt is equal to 1. So that one is the definition of unit impulse function. The value is either 0, right, or infinity. 0 when t is not equal to a, but when t is equal to a the value is infinity. Clear? So how can we calculate the Laplace transforms of unit impulse function? So we know by definition delta t minus a is infinity when t is equal to a and 0 when t is not equal to a. If f t is be a function of t continuous at t is equal to a, then integral 0 to infinity ft delta epsilon t minus a dt can be written as integral a to a plus epsilon ft 1 over epsilon dt, and that can be written as this fc 1 over epsilon means fc, where c in between a to a plus epsilon, and this result is by mean value theorem for integrals. What is mean value theorem? The mean value theorem is if f is continuous on AB, then there exists a number c in the interval AB such that fc is equal to f average. Fc is equal to this. Fc is equal to f average, which is equal to 1 over b minus a integral a to b fx dx. This result imply integral a to b fx dx is equal to fc b minus a. Fc this, and b minus a is a plus epsilon minus a. Okay. So use here this mean value theorem, and 1 over epsilon as it is. 1 over epsilon as it is. So this a cancel. Okay, epsilon cancel. We get only fc. Clear? So this means average value of the function over this interval is fc, and that one is the area of the rectangle is equal to the area under the curve. So that one is the mean value theorem for integral. So using mean value theorem for integrals, we obtain 0 to infinity ft delta epsilon t minus a dt is equal to fc. Clear? So as epsilon tend to 0, we get integral 0 to infinity ft delta t minus a dt is equal to fa. Okay. And important result is Laplace transforms of delta t minus a is, using the definition 0 to infinity e raised power minus st delta t minus a dt is equal to e raised power minus sa. E raised power minus sa. And when a is equal to 0, then it becomes e raised power minus s 0. So e raised power 0, and that one is 1. So L delta t is equal to 1, and L delta t minus a is equal to e raised power minus sa. So remember all these Laplace transforms, all these expressions for this unit impulse function. Okay. Now last question. A beam is simply supported by its end x is equal to 0. A beam is simply supported at its end x is equal to 0 and is clamped at the other end x is equal to L. It carries a load W at x is equal to L by 4. Find the resulting deflection at any point. At any point. We know that the uniformly loaded beam, for a uniformly loaded beam, the intensity of loading at any point P is equal to EI d4y over dx4. We know this expression. जब आप ordinary differential equations आप स्टडी करते हो, ठीक है, उसकी जो एप्लीकेशंस को जब आप स्टडी करते हो हायर ऑर्डर की, वहाँ पर इस टाइप के एक्सप्रेशंस को प्रूव किया गया है. क्लियर? So since we know that uniformly loaded beam, the intensity of loading at any point P xy is equal to EI d4y over dx4. So step number 1 is write the differential equation for deflection. So in this case, differential equation for deflection is d4y over dx power 4, this dx4 is equal to W over EI delta x minus L by 4. W EI delta x minus L by 4. This one is the differential equation for deflection. Okay? And we have to prove that, we have to find the resulting deflection. Resulting deflection means we have to find the value of y. तो ये आपकी एक डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन है और इसमें आपने y की वैल्यू को इवेलुएट करना है और यहाँ पर ये डेल्टा यूज हो रहा है, यूनिट इम्पल्स फंक्शन का कंसेप्ट यूज हो रहा है. ठीक है. नाउ टेकिंग लैप्लेस ट्रांसफॉर्म ऑफ द डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन. आपको पता है जब डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन को हम सॉल्व करते हैं तो लैप्लेस ट्रांसफॉर्म यूज करते हैं. ठीक है. और लैप्लेस ट्रांसफॉर्म्स में भी एक प्रॉपर्टी का यूज करते हैं, लैप्लेस ट्रांसफॉर्म्स ऑफ दिस डेरिवेटिव्स. तो देखिए जब आप ये यूज करोगे, ठीक है, तो क्या रिजल्ट आएगा. व्हेन यू टेक लैप्लेस ट्रांसफॉर्म्स ऑफ दिस डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन वी गेट s4y बार माइनस s3y0 माइनस s2y डैश 0 माइनस sy डबल डैश 0 माइनस f ट्रिपल डैश 0 इज इक्वल टू w over ei as it is, and Laplace transform of this function is e raised power minus ls by 4. Minus ls by 4. Use this Laplace transform of unit impulse function. Clear? तो आपका ये रिजल्ट आएगा. Now using the initial conditions. Initial conditions means y0 is 0. So y0 is 0. Y double dash 0 is 0. And taking this y double dash and y triple dash C1 and C2. Okay? Then we get the value of y bar. We get the value of y bar. So y bar is equal to C1 over S square plus C2 over S4 plus W over EI e raised power minus L S by 4 divided by S power 4. Okay. So using these initial conditions, okay, we obtain y bar. Okay. हमें calculate करना है y. Okay. So find the inverse Laplace transforms for evaluating y. Okay. So taking the inverse Laplace transforms of both sides, we obtain y is equal to C1x plus C2x cube over 3 factorial plus W over EI x minus L by 4 cube by 3 factorial u x minus L by 4. Okay. तो जब आप inverse Laplace transforms लोगे तो आपका ये result बन रहा है. Okay. Now when x in between 0 to L by 4, we get only these two terms. And when x in between L by 4 to L, we get these three terms. Okay. Y is equal to C1x plus 1 by 6 C2 x cube plus W over 6 EI x minus, okay, 3 factorial is 6, so x minus L by 4 cube, this cube, okay, W by this. So when x in between this, we get this expression. Our purpose is to evaluate the value of C1 and C2. Okay. So find the values of the constant C1 and C2. Now using the condition YL0 and Y dash L0, okay, then we get first expression. Okay. And by using this condition, we get second expression. And from these two expressions, calculate the value of C1 and C2. इसको आप calculate करके देखिएगा. ठीक है. और उसके बाद आपने C1 और C2 की वैल्यू को evaluate करना है. कैसे evaluate करना है? Multiplying third by L and subtracting from 2, we get the value of C2. And similarly, substituting the value of C2 is equal to this in the expression of third, we get the value of C1 is this. So C1 is this, C2 is this. Okay. Then write the deflection at any point. So substitute these values of C1 and C2 in 1, we get the deflection at any point. Means y is equal to this when x in between 0 to L by 4, and y is equal to this expression when x in between L by 4 to L. Okay. So when we have x in between this limit, okay, we get deflection is this. When x in between this limit, deflection is this. So deflection at any point we can evaluate using this process. Okay. तो अब आपने कुछ और प्रॉब्लम्स की प्रैक्टिस करनी है. ठीक है. जो यूनिट इम्पल्स फंक्शंस का है. ठीक है. इस टाइप के कुछ और एप्लीकेशंस हैं, उनको आप और ट्राई करिएगा. ठीक है. So okay, thank you very much. Next time we will start one more transformation, and that one is Fourier transformation. This one is a Laplace transformation. Okay. इस पूरी Laplace transformation में आपने Laplace transformation क्या होता है उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ को डिस्कस किया है, फिर इन्वर्स Laplace transforms क्या होता है उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ को डिस्कस किया है, फिर उसके बाद उसकी एप्लीकेशंस को डिस्कस किया है, फिर Laplace transforms कुछ स्टैंडर्ड फंक्शंस हैं, कुछ अदर फंक्शंस हैं लाइक these two type of functions. Okay. तो इस टाइप के फंक्शंस को आपने इवेलुएट किया है. राइट. नो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज Fourier transformations. Okay. So okay, all the best.